if you turned it like this so that your head is here and the window's over here on the other side of the desk, it might be better.
I
You
would
got
just
like-
put your desk facing the blinds, unless if you like to
Facing away
continuously
from the
open them.
blinds.
It'd be a lot of glare when you're
Facing the
playing though.
blinds. Not when you're
It's
facing
not
the
bad.
blinds.
It's the blinds. No, I'm just.
Yes, when you're
Yeah,
facing them.
you are facing the blinds. Yes.
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 Not
that's
us.
Oh,
the way to
his
do it.
monitor
Yes.
is facing away.
Because then
Yeah,
you get nice lighting on your face.
exactly.
Mhm.
But now you have poor lighting because it's on one angle.
So the way you guys
You're all
Figure out
like,
how to do that as well.
you guys politically
Same to you.
got your land. Like, what happened?
Okay. I'm actually.
We are
not sure.
descendants of the Brits, essentially.
Emmett,
What?
your mic's not working, Emmett.
Hey, he's got.
Emmett knows the most out of all of us.
Emmett
I'd
does
say.
know the most. Yeah,
I'm
So-
very on.
I'm
I don't like to pretend.
Yes.
All right,
that
we're good.
I,
We're good. We can hear you.
Essentially, the
I hate-
French have not had a lot of influence in Canada for a very long time.
Okay.
Quebec is essentially barely even associated with France, like in general.
No, not at
France,
all.
France hates Quebec, I think.
But
to be
the,
fair.
but people in Quebec
In any
speak
case,
French,
basically,
right?
like when Pierre Trudeau was in office, whenever the fucking like 1970 something.
80.
Yeah, there was a vote.
I don't fucking remember. And no, he signed some declaration with the Queen to make Canada no longer
A Dominion.
Dominion of the
Yeah.
British Empire, I think. But we still have like some connection, and they're still technically a member of the Commonwealth, along with like Australia and shit.
Yeah, but hold
Well,
on.
we-
Pierre's
I think
government.
like
though?
huh? It was during Pierre Trudeau. Yeah,
Like
he was the one that
Trudeau
signed the
Senior?
thing.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm very
that
sure.
sounds fair.
No,
I thought it would have been earlier than that because
No.
like what's the whole thing with John A. MacDonald then? They signed a Declaration of Independence.
John A. MacDonald. No,
True.
that was just so
There was something
Canada was its own country at that time, but it was still a dominion of the British Empire technically.
Okay.
They just didn't actually make it official until
it's like a
Pierre Trudeau
puppet?
was
Like country essentially.
essentially, but not really a puppet per se.
Hmm.
We just still like
Kind of just like
it's like
associated.
during
like stronger
during
allies.
yeah.
So kind of
basically.
like
No, we were a dominion of them. It's like why
Yeah,
First
like-
World War,
Talking about
why
now.
Canada
we
Like
joined?
were
now.
like okay, like in the First World War we were still considered under like British forces, I guess.
we
And
went
then
to
like
why
war
do
with
people
the
say
British
that
because-
and
French?
when we stood our ground at Vimy Ridge, that was a big thing for national identity for us because we as a country had won a battle by our or like mostly by ourselves with like just and then like apparently on the global spectrum everybody started to see Canada more as its own country than just like oh it's just under Britain.
So Canada
Sort of.
just kind of like shimmied itself into the world and was like, "Hey
Yeah.
guys, I'm here."
Yeah.
And the
I
British
think
kind
a
of
lot
just
of like
the British were just kind of like, whatever, sure.
at the time when Canada finally came its own country, the British Empire had basically fallen from grace anyway. So it was
Yeah.
like,
They had no control over us anyways.
Dude,
I
yeah,
think
the British
one of
got
the
fucked by
funny
everybody.
like it's but like you ever see how India gained independence? It's actually hilarious, kind of. My boy Gandhi literally just starved himself in the
Yeah.
streets, then
And
Britain's like,
created
"Hey!"
such a social movement that
And then he also created a
India's like,
fucking
"Oh."
religion, right? Or like a
no.
I know that
maybe.
fasting old people are tend to make religions.
I'm
like-
fairly certain Gandhi didn't create a religion. I
No,
think
he
he
What about
followed an
Buddhism?
already existing one.
it was already
Yeah.
okay. So he like popularized
Buddhism
it.
was already a thing, which did not originally like Tibet or something, not
Okay.
India.
which
That's
is
interesting.
well, Tibet's pretty close.
It's actually
True,
pretty funny
True. That is
how
true, but
the French like helped the U.S. gain their independence, and then like the French people were like, "Hey, I want that," and then they beheaded the
True.
king, and they got
True.
their independence. It's literally just like, wait, why are you helping the U.S. but like we're also still under like a king? It's kind of fucked up.
Mm.
well, the reason they
Yeah,
helped the U.S. it wasn't because they wanted to help
No, it's because they wanted
liberty or anything. It's because they wanted to
fuck
fuck with the British.
Yeah, no,
And
I
they
know
were
that.
already at war with the British, so they
Yeah.
wanted
There was-
to make the British
yeah.
people delegate more
And
resources
the
towards
enemy
the
of my
U.S.
enemy
than
is my
to fighting them.
And the reason they beheaded the king, I'm pretty sure, is because there's this wave of new government coming in, like revolutionary stuff, like going from
I'm pretty sure it's
monastic
because people were
rule.
starving, and like
yeah,
most
they
of
were
the
very
population of
hungry and
France
very
was.
poor.
Yeah, actually, no, it's definitely because the majority, like 80% of France's population was just peasants, and they
Oh.
were starving, and there was not a very good distribution of wealth there. So they're just like,
Yeah,
fuck it,
yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
just kill them,
Yeah,
Seemed to
Yeah,
work out
well-
pretty well for them.
true.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they had to kill quite a few people, but it eventually worked.
They did. They beheaded literally every single noble and royal
Yeah.
person.
That is rough, honestly.
Yeah, quite rough.
Wouldn't want to be
They're
a
like,
king.
you know-
Wouldn't want to
you
be a
know that
noble
it's
that day.
Death by guillotine though
No.
was in the revolutionary France, I think.
It wasn't
The
invented.
invention. I doubt
don't
it was
think.
I
invented.
think
I
the-
think
It was
that's just the
medieval.
most popular use. when people
Yeah,
think about
I
it.
think.
No,
it
no,
wa-
no.
well,
I mean, I think it was the last guillotine after that. Like, cause like that was like a sentence to death. Like you'd get the guillotine, but
the
then
guillotine.
I think the last one was in revolutionary France.
a guillotine was
wrong.
only used not for its like for its like how good it was or how efficient it was. It was just a it was like it was a not like a traditional thing, but like what's the word?
Symbol.
Symbol. Thank you. Symbolic
Symbol.
of
True.
like you're literally
Fucked.
you're essentially like making a king kneel before you. Like
True.
True.
I don't think any of that really happened in the U.S. I guess we kind of fucked with the British, but like we didn't like behead people.
No.
We just
Mm,
eventually
sure.
like fucked with them enough, and France like fucked with them on the back. They were like, all right, fuck you guys, you can do whatever.
True.
The
There was
actual
that, and they were going bankrupt from fighting all the wars. They were
Yeah.
fighting all over
it was
the world.
actually crazy, dude. The
Which was why they were taxing the Americans so hard, was to fund all of their wars.
the way that the U.S. actually like fought in the Civil War is actually like you guys know about that like the guerrilla warfare, like
Yeah.
the fact that like the British were very traditional and like they would literally line up as in the wide open.
I saw Mel Gibson's The Patriot.
Yeah. The Patriot.
Yeah,
I
that's a
know.
very
Yeah.
good
I
representation.
know the
of,
Civil War.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just.
but
true
like
guerrilla
it's
warfare.
literally it's how it happened. Like the British,
the ambushes on long roads and
It's-
stuff like that.
it's crazy. Like essentially there's like these peasant, like literally peasants. The U.S. were considered peasant, like they were just a colony.
Yeah.
They were beating the biggest powerhouse in like the world.
Yeah.
like,
True.
They were just not even close to the same numbers. They were literally like it was just crazy to think about. With
Mhm.
the help of France, of course, but France actually funded a lot of the U.S. in that time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
just
they
gave them a fuck
provided
ton
a lot of
weapons.
troops too. I think.
And there were a lot
That I
of
also
fucking.
remember from the Patriot.
France
General
friendly
Boy.
gang.
Where was Germany in this time? Was Germany even like a thing?
Recovering? I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't know
No,
about
they
our
weren't- never
government.
mind, never mind. They weren't
This was
covering. They were
Basically,
I think they were just chilling. I think they-
Germany was likely not Germany as you know it now. Germany
Yeah.
used to be split up into a bunch of fucking things until
Yeah.
my main man Otto von Bismarck kind of brought that all
Unified everything.
together.
Yeah. Was it at the
But at the
Prussian
time,
War?
Prussia was probably the major powerhouse. Sorry,
And then wasn't
Hungary
the
was probably
Asian
some-
countries were just
Russia-
split up into like a million pieces too, right?
I
I'm pretty sure.
I think.
I think China in particular was
Well,
like
China was a
bunch of different things.
giant empire, but like they were
Yeah.
split up.
No.
Like,
China, like yeah,
So,
like before.
China has a shit ton of civil wars, and also the Brits got them addicted to opium, so they could sell opium to them.
Good job.
So
did,
they
that
had
is
they
true.
had a massive opioid problem for a very long time because of the
Mhm.
British.
Good old Brits.
So they were dealing with that.
Tea and opium. It's the way.
Is there? Hong Kong is not the
Opium
original
tea.
name of the city, right?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Hong Kong is
Is
the name
it?
of the city.
'Cause, no, Hong Kong was made as a British colony, I think,
Yeah,
It
I
was
hate my
given
phone.
to the
They-
British.
given to the
I
British.
think
but
it was
had
given-
an
Hong
original
Kong
name.
was
during
given-
one of
yeah,
the
yeah.
world wars or a war. It was either a war between the Chinese and the British, or after one of the first or second world wars, they kind of chopped that up during their like end of war meetings where they
Wasn't that
divvied up the territory.
that like was a big thing recently, right? Where like Hong Kong.
Sorry.
Jesus God.
There's actually so
Yeah,
many. There's so many
unfortunate.
problems that exist in Europe because of how they divvied up the land.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking post wars. Like they just kind of slapped
Dude.
random countries together,
Yeah.
like Czechoslovakia and stuff
Dude,
like that,
yeah.
and fucking.
World War II
I
was
can't
such a
think where else.
the end of
Yugoslavia.
it too was awful. It was like the U.S., Canada, and like France, and the French like just went in like the final push on Germany, and we were like ready to like continue going, and then Russia was just like, hey, we're gonna go in here, and we're gonna do this. And we're like, are you sure? They're like, if you come, we're going to kill you. And we're like, all right, cool. You can go ahead and finish it
Fought it
off.
all.
So we just let
It's kind of.
we essentially just left. We're like, yeah, Russia can take care of it. And then Russia was a lot harsher than I think we would have been to
Yeah.
the last.
Essentially, there's an event known as the Rape of Europe, which is essentially when the Russians came to take over Berlin, they raped a bunch of people and
Mhm.
killed a bunch
Yeah.
of people on their way.
Yeah,
Because the Russians were
like
not
that
nice
in
people.
the
Russians were
when
angry.
the concentration camps that they liberated
Love concentration camps.
was not so liberated because they were raped on their way out.
Jesus.
Very cool. Thank you, Russia.
And then the Cold War.
Very
right?
not cool.
Where we were friends with Russia, and then we weren't friends with Russia.
Yeah. Well, we
I
had
don't. I don't know what you guys
extremely
were.
differing
He
ideologies.
didn't give a fuck.
I don't know where Canada was in that in the Cold War.
Not much.
Not much.
They
You
weren't
guys-
doing anything. It was literally just
We were
states
we were
fucking
making the
nuts.
Avro era.
Were you
So-
guys? Did you guys have nukes? Do you guys have nukes now?
No.
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 Not a
Essentially,
chance.
Canada actually Canada had one of the largest navies in the world post World War II, but then
What? No, the British did.
no.
Well, one of them.
Canada
Largest.
built Canada was one of the main like production places for British ships, but we kept a bunch of them. So post World War I or World War II or something,
I didn't actually.
Canada had
know
one
that.
of the largest navies in the world.
That's
But
cool.
then they sold
What-
them all because basically for the last like
Yeah.
since the end of the last World War, Canada has been selling all of their military
Yeah.
arsenal.
What do you guys think about Trump?
And we still aren't part of the Protection Act for the thing.
No.
We keep on complaining about it, and they're like, up your military funding, and he's like, nah, we don't need that. But let's be a part of the Protection Act. UN.
What do you guys think about
You know-
the U.S.
Well-
bulking up their military, even though it was already so big?
Absolutely stupid. I don't agree with any of the military. funding for
Wartime
US.
economy is a little shaky for me. I
Actually,
don't-
you look at like the spending the U.S. spends on their fucking military, and they
$400
could solve
billion
like
a
all
year.
of their. If
It's
they
a
cut
lot.
it by like 5%, they could solve like all their problems with the
It is
money. It's fucking ridiculous.
$400 billion a year spent
It's-
on military funding.
No, it
It-
is. I agree.
absolutely
It is a
crazy.
lot. And from someone that like, in my opinion, I think the best ideology is like, speak softly but carry a big stick, and like you should have a
Mm.
military in case something
True,
does happen.
But it's a bit
But-
ridiculous when you're spending like
No, and that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Like I think, especially with times right now where war is really not so prevalent, I think we could definitely choose to work on ourselves versus sticking our fingers.
yeah.
in
I'm not
everybody
even
else.
saying like stop spending that much. Maybe just like a tidbit,
Yeah.
solve some problem, maybe get some healthcare.
I mean,
out
I
there, you know?
think we kind of did, sorta. We took
Sorry.
our troops out of Germany,
That's true.
So
which is a start.
as of 2000, oh my goodness, 2020 updated military spending on the
So it's not even done. All right.
$934 billion.
That's
Uh,
fucking.
Like why?
Yeah,
Where?
I'm curious.
How
I'm
come?
curious.
October 1st. That is.
This is the budget report. Interesting.
List of countries by.
Like,
I want to know
Sorry,
what the
to
next
go, to
highest
go back
next
to Canada
okay,
during the
okay.
Cold War. We
The next
we,
highest
oh,
after
okay,
the
well.
U.S. is China, which is not that surprising, with 261
We are at.
Really?
compared to the
20
states 732.
We're at 22.
This is very surprising to me. Russia spends less on their military than India.
What? I
India's
mean,
got
now
some people.
I'm pretty
Russia
sure.
is
India's
really
massive,
Russia
dude.
only spends 65 versus the
India's
U.S. is
like-
7.
I think the U.S.
732.
also told Russia to quit it. And I
No,
think-
Russia is no longer considered a global superpower
No.
Are they
after
not?
the
Really?
collapse of the Soviet Union.
Yeah, they're broke, dude.
They're really broke.
They just have a
They're-
lot of.
and the actual
they have a lot of land.
infrastructure available in Russia is like nothing. So it's like
Yeah, Margot's mom just went to Moscow, and she was like, from even when she used to
Actually-
live there, she's like, it's gotten worse. And that's
Really?
just over the past
Yeah.
40 years.
Russia's not doing great. No,
30
basically all
30
that
years.
shit from the Soviet Union's collapse is not doing great.
I did not know
Canada's,
that actually.
you know, Canada actually isn't that this like they're 14th in the world for military spending. That's still 22.
Yeah.
out of how many?
It's still a steep curve though between us and
Oh, it
the
also shows you
other
percentage
13th.
of. Okay, it shows them. It also shows percentage of your GDP beside that.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
So it's
okay.
3.4 for the U.S., then 1.9 for China, but China's richest.
what about us?
We're spending 1.3.
Okay, so we're even less.
Israel's spending a lot, and so is Saudi Arabia, but that kind of makes sense.
Percentage-wise, or
Percentage-wise.
Yeah.
So it's 5.3 of Israel's GDP,
Yes.
and then
Isn't
8.
Israel
then how much do they
mandatory?
actually
You've got to
Arabia.
serve.
Pardon? Probably.
In
In
Israel,
a
don't
lot
you
of
have to serve?
places it's like
But
that.
that's just because Israel's like always at war with the countries beside them
True,
because
that's
of
fair enough.
religious differences. So it's like
It's well, it, like literally other than like
isn't all war religious?
not all
Most
no,
wars.
no,
Oh my
most
goodness,
wars-
what
not
is in
religious.
my?
was
No,
it was it
nowadays.
okay? Some fucking dude at my work the other day. Like he was a cool dude, but I think he was.
But
kinda
now he's
dumb.
not. Fuck that guy.
No, he's still cool, but it was
He's
just
less
it made me
cool.
angry because he's just like every war in history was religion based. I'm like,
No,
yeah,
it's
that's
not.
kind of true, except for maybe the first World War. He's like, no, that was caused by Archduke Franz Ferdinand. I'm like, yes. He's like, isn't
Yeah,
he like
he got
a big
assassinated.
religious pope? And I'm like, no,
No.
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 Most
Bro.
At least
most
he knows what he's
I'd
talking
say
about.
more than anything, wars are started by like disagreements in either wealth or like beliefs, but not
Beliefs,
religious
yeah.
beliefs, like how they
Although
deal.
sometimes religious beliefs.
Like systems of economy, for
Actually,
example, right? Like that's what sparked the whole
What
the
about
Red
the-
Scare, obviously.
What about the U.S.
Like-
Revolution? That wasn't. That was just because we didn't want to
that
get
was
fucking
just
taxed.
that was just not getting. That was just like
Yeah.
injustice, just straight injustice.
That wasn't about
Um,
religion then. That was a major war.
No,
Just
I'm not
really
saying
agree.
everyone. I'm saying a lot of them, and basically everything before the like industrial
you were co-
revolution kind like or not industrial revolution, sorry, but like medieval wars, basically all religion shit.
Okay, yeah, but everything was religion. Like you
Yeah.
don't even like it.
Yeah.
Sure, wars,
They're
but
government
also
contradictions.
everything else, right?
Understandable. Have a nice day.
But there was a separation of the church and the
Oh.
state, and
Well, yeah.
that was
Mm.
the difference.
I mean,
between
essentially,
I think
war
the
and-
fucking,
Protestant
funniest-
Revolution was a lot of fun, actually.
was I don't remember
I
what
read
church
about it.
is.
I was gonna say.
I read about it. I wasn't
Yeah,
there.
there's
No,
a
sorry.
plot.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things I always love to think about this for fucking history is when my main man, I think it was King Henry, like this one king of England, he wanted to divorce his wife, so he made his own fucking church, so he wouldn't be like going to hell for divorcing his wife. It's fucking hilarious,
That is
and
true.
it's stuck. It's still a church today, and it's fucking
Yeah.
like
Disgusting.
But
I don't know. The origins are just
I
hilarious.
think that kind of shows how like no religion is kind of like just whatever you want it to be. There's no.
Yeah.
Well,
Religion is okay. I know I may be ruffling from some feathers here, but I was explaining that religion is a system of control from the there's always a reason that it's the state and the church as
I-
means of control.
Not so much
Like,
anymore. It used to be that way, really bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
it's a very good method of getting people to not kill each other. You know.
It's true,
Sure.
yeah. Like it's like this higher power will send you to the depths of X,
Well,
Y,
dude,
Z,
you know-
Which is
where
a
you
very-
will
it's
suffer
definitely a very good-
internally.
Here, how about this? Japan literally, their religion was in World War II. You literally, if you didn't kill yourself for the emperor, you were going to hell. That was literally their religion. That's why they fought so fucking hard in World War II. They literally
Yeah.
fought to the
and
death.
killed themselves. Like
Yeah,
They
kamikaze.
literally-
Yeah, they're zeros.
It was to
It
the
was also
point.
just,
Yeah,
it
because
was
of
that. It
kamikaze
was, it
bombers.
was a cultural thing too,
Yeah.
right? Imperial Japan, you can equate to North Korea essentially, but a bit more intense.
Well, North Korea hasn't really been in any major wars, right? Like,
No, I'm just saying like culturally wise, North Korea is essentially the equivalent of
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
how
Imperial
hard they
Japan.
go is very similar, like to old.
and like
Like, they would
worshiping their leader
literally-
as like a god, basically.
they would run out of weapons and they would hug American soldiers with grenades. Just
Yeah.
get one. Like, it was that crazy. Shit was.
On a killing
wild,
spree,
bro.
fuck, I'm out of ammo. Too bad I didn't take scavenger.
Oh,
Shit, you're right.
Jesus Christ. Dude, and you know what's funny? Before talking to, I think Harrison or something, it was someone, one of you guys. I didn't know that Canada was a big part of World War II. I was completely unaware.
I think we had this.
Well, World
conversation.
War One.
Yeah.
Yeah, we. Oh no.
No, World War. I literally like the U.S. textbooks.
Yes.
Don't.
No one ever really realizes that like one of the individual landings for D-Day was
I didn't know that.
specifically
Yeah,
Canadian.
I had no
Sorry, I'm
idea.
back lag, unfortunately.
I think it was 2 beaches for the States, 1 or 2 for the British, or maybe it was only. I
We
know I
had-
think the
I'm pretty sure-
Australians were there too. Actually, 1 second.
I know the U.S. had like
The U.S. might have had like 3.
Yeah,
it was
they
a
had
lot.
some pretty
The
important
U.S.
ones,
definitely
too.
had the most, but
And then we used U.S. ships, no? As well for the
Probably.
landings.
Yeah, I think so.
And then
What was it? It was really
who-
cool to think about. Like you guys have seen the Imitation Game. It was fairly popular. It's about like intelligence from the British that like just like orchestrated all of the major attacks, like Stalingrad.
we cracked the
Like
the
we
Allies completely cracked the
Sorry.
German code 100%.
yeah, it was the Enigma, right?
Yeah.
The Enigma machine or
Like,
something like
it
that.
was completely compromised, and the Germans had no idea. So we were essentially just reading, like, off their intel, and they had no clue at all at the end of
Yeah,
the war.
they had to keep it.
What's the old version? There's an old movie that actually had that about like the submarine,
Yeah,
the actual like
Hunt for Reddit. No, that's not.
mission to actually steal it.
Oh yeah.
it was
Very
British,
very
right?
cool.
It was the British, right?
No, it was U.S.
Was it the U.S.?
I think so. Well, I mean,
No,
the
I'm
actors
sorry,
that they chose were all
and
speaking
I just while I keep this thought in my head.
American.
Go on.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Me or you?
Anyways, sorry. Canada during the Cold War, for example, like you said, well, we did not, or like you don't know what we did, but we were designing an aircraft that would fly faster than any other plane would. Like it's called the Avro Arrow. It's this plane by like Avro, which was previously a British company, but then it pulled all the international minds together. What was it? Like there, no other plane could go like Mach 1 even, and then like America at some point, like their experimental planes went to Mach 1.3, and then like, but the Avro Arrow, for example, like it was this very simple design and went to like 2 or 2.5 Mach, so you're just outrunning every plane. And like they eventually were like, hey, we can fit a nuke in the fuselage. So from there, like everybody wanted it because like the Americans, Russians, they're all trying to steal the plans. So Diefenbaker, I think, in an attempt to stifle global annihilation, was like, well, we're getting rid of this project. It's gone. Go away. I think, and then from there, I think the Avro Arrow was just gone. And
Well,
I-
the U.S.
that's
were
why
the
we're-
first to get nukes, no? Like, we were the first to actually make
you
a
were first to
successful
design
nuke.
it, but it's more the plane that can carry it. is
Funny story
that.
about that.
No,
In the
well,
States, essentially, when there were
Strolled.
supposed to be a bunch of Nazi scientists put to death, they're like, "Hey, you want to build a bomb?"
is that actually what
Mm.
happened
Yes.
with the
Nice.
U.S.?
Yes.
I know it. That's pretty interesting, actually. That's probably
They brought over a
believable.
bunch of German scientists that worked for the Reich and got them to work for their
Build a fun bomb.
build a fun machine.
I mean, it's
Disco
pretty,
boom.
It's smart
Hmm.
for the U.S. to do that.
It
no?
is definitely smart, and it worked. Like
And did they live? or-
Japan didn't listen, so they went.
they went boom.
And then Japan didn't listen, so they went.
That's an interesting story, actually.
I don't know how true that is actually.
It's
I don't-
pretty
I'm not-
true,
I'm not
actually.
sure
No, no,
it's
no. It's
actually
pretty. It's
Nazis.
pretty accurate. Oh no, I thought you were talking about the nuke thing.
The
Oh, yeah,
Japan
no,
thing.
Like Japan's culture was so
Well, no. Yeah,
so
'cause-
intense at that time that was the like
yeah. Well, the U.S. were like, literally.
they were planning an aggressive amount of
No,
casualties.
we literally tested a
actually conquer.
bomb. We tested an atomic bomb and showed Japan. Like, it was fully everything. They could see everything. They were like, we're going to use this on you if you don't fucking surrender. And they just didn't say anything. And then we said, okay, we're going to use it right now. We used it. And like, you won't do
Then
it
they
again.
went,
They're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you won't do it.
You won't.
You won't do it
They didn't
again. And then we did it again.
And then they're like, oh,
And then the
okay.
second like, ooh.
And then
Maybe.
Japan, and after the nuclear fallout, they created
After
hentai.
150,000
and,
deaths.
They
Yeah, yeah.
They
So
created
of course
hentai.
So what
Why?
you're
and,
saying is we should thank the U.S. for the anime porn.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Very
that's
good.
bad to say, but
Twisting the brains with radiation.
yeah.
Ah,
That's one way to do it.
tentacle porn, boys. That's what I want.
What was I gonna say? What were the Canadians doing in the space war? Like
Nothing.
the space race.
That's just a Cold War thing. That was just the states and the fucking
Yeah, there's
Russia having
Space-
a
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
a
space
cock
race.
measuring contest to see who could get to the fucking moon first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither of them actually made it, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Dude, please.
Like, it's funny.
You
It's,
don't
it
actually
fucking makes
believe
no
that
sense
the
either.
moon
The
landing was
Russians
fake,
got to
right?
space first, had someone in the moon first, had the first fucking space station, had everything, but the US was like, we got to moon. We get to big space rock. We win, and it was just like, it's so fucking
I mean,
dumb.
are they wrong,
Man.
bro? We're the first ones there, man. I don't
guess,
know.
like,
so competitive.
they lose like 8 times, and they get one fucking win. They're like, that's it, game over. We win. It's just like,
Yeah, man, but winners is something, dude. Am I right? Oh, that's funny. It's very
Now-
accurate. It's a very American way of.
of thinking.
To
Yeah.
me-
Yeah.
It makes sense though
Dude, I don't know, man.
if they did
America's-
fake it.
True. Oh, okay. Okay.
Think of all that
I
it
don't.
ended
Okay.
by
Listen to
faking
me.
it.
I don't think it's faked, but the idea, like, I can understand where people are coming from with that, because it's just like it could make sense that they were just trying to stall for time so they could actually do the landing, just to like make it seem like they already won and then do it.
no
Although I
way,
don't. I don't believe that at all. I've seen that
Okay.
argument used
What
before.
about
As
what
to,
about
like,
people that think the Earth is flat, dude?
they're fucking stupid.
Those people make my day. Except
It's
like,
just-
see, I'm much more educated on when it comes to like space stuff than in politics.
Okay.
Now, a lot of flat earthers have very fun little ways to prove that it's flat. And the fact that they can't see the curvature of the earth. Yeah, it's hard to see the curvature of the earth because it's
'Cause it's
such a
big.
little amount over. Yeah, exactly. But I just I was at the lake at my cottage the other week, and you can see the curvature of the earth over the amount of water that is over that lake because I go up the hill and I can see much farther than if I go to the water.
Okay.
There's another side of the lake, so that in itself is like, oh yeah, I know the earth is round.
Harrison, you were
The
very
pictures, though-
distracting, by the way, just for the record.
Mhm.
You're very
What?
distracting.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, sorry,
go
go
on.
on. All I'm seeing is Harrison's stupid face, like.
I might buy one of those toothpick things. Be getting fucking food stuck. in it.
Go
They're
on.
so good, dude.
Mhm.
Sorry. Yeah.
Go
All
on.
the
ahead.
pictures that NASA takes are very highly edited and very stitched together that it's hard to believe out of what pictures NASA gives you. It's just they do have a lot of good reasoning as to not necessarily trust NASA, but
You think NASA edits
Isn't
all-
there like a thing
actually
where like
edits their
if the Earth
pictures?
was flat, essentially all of the physics of the world wouldn't actually work
Yup.
properly?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Obvious. Yeah. Gravity just.
Fucking, if we
So like,
yeah,
do
okay,
they like
okay.
they had they not take that into account when they're making their arguments about this? Did they not think about that?
there's-
Or do they have like their own
If the
science
Earth
to
was-
explain it?
If the Earth was flat, like you could stand up straight at like the very center, but then as you
And
go
see
out,
as
you'd
far
have
as you
to
want.
you'd have to stand like this, like almost
Yes.
horizontal,
we still can't see you.
because like
So-
you're like the Earth is spinning.
Who?
Ian,
Oh, you can't
we
see
can
me.
see it. We can see
No.
it. We can see it. Just click
Oh,
on his
well,
picture.
maybe Will can't, but
You have to click
anyways,
this photo. It's fucking
Well,
dumb.
click on his photo.
Oh.
yeah, you're
Huh.
standing up, but then
Retarded.
like because the Earth is spinning, just to stay on it, you'd have to be like this for like gravity to work on you on the
What?
floor. Well, like think of
Yeah.
it, right? Because like you're spinning,
The
and if
center
you're
of
on a
mass,
spinning
where it
thing,
is.
you're gonna be flying away.
Oh, I
Like-
see. Okay,
Like it's
sure.
how orbit works, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
like you'd have to stand like fucking like this, just pointing towards the center of the Earth all the time, or
Mhm.
you're just gonna like fly off
yeah,
the
yeah.
disc.
Okay, I
It
got you.
just makes no sense.
but they also believe that it's a disc
An ice wall.
with an ice wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
and then
So
a
like,
dome.
do people just like if you
Ah.
walk far enough to the left, you'll just fall off a cliff? Like.
No,
I don't
No,
know.
there's a big
It-
wall. It's like a Game of
Yeah.
Thrones ice wall. You know that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
and that's the other interesting part because nobody actually owns or has like mapped properly either the poles. It does kind of make sense.
It's mapped
That way.
pretty well, homie.
Yeah.
What do you
No,
mean?
actually, no, it's not.
Greatly.
Sorry, mapped
not
well
mapped
enough, so there's
well.
not giant ice walls.
It's not mapped well because it's very
By
hard.
satellites, it's mapped amazingly. Yeah.
Okay,
True, but the issue
Where?
is
no,
no.
not true.
It like Harrison, he has a point. It's actually very hard to map Like if you look at an actual map of like the world, it's very hard to find one that proportions and is pretty accurate because of
Obviously, I'm not talking about that. I'm
Well,
talking
you
about a thing
can't-
that's
you
an
can't
actual
put-
globe.
Yeah, you can't put like
If you look at an actual
3D. The
globe of
conversion
the,
from 3D to 2D is just not possible.
it's terrible.
Sorry,
It's not possible.
sorry, Harrison. My bad.
Show me what they've actually done physically satellite images to show that. There's no reason for them
I
to
mean,
send
I-
a satellite over either of the poles
I'm starting to
other
think-
than to take these photos.
Scientific purposes, like ice reduction and such like that in the fucking poles. No, you don't
Photos,
think that's
yes,
important?
but that's it. They've only taken photos. There's so little actual needed for satellite wise on either of the two poles. Nobody's there, so
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not maintaining a lot. but-
No,
exactly.
I don't think you're right.
I think
What do you
Will-
I'm
mean?
pretty sure there's just as many photos from satellites of the poles as there are the other locations.
I think
on
the
ice.
satellites that are pointed at the poles right now, Will, are like I think they're probably just to monitor like how much the ice caps are melting and refreezing over the year.
You mean the
I-
ice walls?
Oh, yeah, right, the ice walls. You're right.
Whatever. Why are
I'm
we
gonna,
talking
for the
about
record, you don't think the Earth is flat, right? Will? Just,
For the record,
No.
no
okay.
one here knows
Yeah,
it's
just-
flat,
no, no,
all right.
and we wouldn't
I think
associate with
he's,
anyone
he's
who
just
does
like devil's advocating.
Okay,
that
I know,
Yeah.
but like, I just
I just no. Don't give them
No.
a platform to
The-
stand on. I've
the-
literally
can't, dude,
seen
the ice is
videos.
melting, bro.
I've seen videos of satellites that shows like it's sped up. It shows the fucking ice caps, fucking whoop wee, like at the North Pole. You know the ice seasonally it goes bing bong. You know bigger smaller. You know what I'm saying more ice grows in the winter because it's colder.
Show me those images.
Sure. Give me a second. You guys keep talking.
is the internet?
Oh,
I actually have a
that's
question.
it.
This might sound
There was
kind of
another. I saw a flat earther documentary once. Like it was just to like look at how they do things and why they see that. So they're taking this like laser experiment. They're like, if the Earth is flat, then we can send a laser from like many miles away, from one, and then we can pick it up over on the other one. If it's flat, there should be no interference in between, right?
I watched
So-
what you're watching. Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking flate. Like the laser's not strong enough. It's like well, no, you're not gonna get like many miles of the laser. First
Yeah.
of all, second of all, the Earth is not flat. You're gonna hit the surface or something.
Yeah.
The Earth. Dumb.
Hold on,
Dumb.
I have this might sound kind of stupid, but I honestly have no idea. Because you know how like China or like more or so like communist countries or like just not independent countries, they kind of like monitor their internet. You guys are easily like accessible to the same internet as me, right? Like U.S. to
Pretty much.
Canada, like
Yeah.
It's not exactly the same, but it's similar. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's definitely bold of you to assume that no one's
We're not
monitoring
being
your fucking
spot
internet.
on.
no,
by ARS,
I know
yeah.
I mean, yeah. I'm
Maybe
aware
not
of
as
that.
aggressively as you would be in like China or something, but
No, I mean, of
definitely
course
a little.
they're not
and
using
maybe
it.
not by like the
They're not
government,
using
but
it for ill
definitely by
intent.
corporations.
They're not using it for ill intent. I mean, Facebook is literally like a data mine. It's
Yeah,
proven that it's
which-
a data.
It is.
Facebook
fine
and
with.
TikTok are no different at all with how much information they take from each other. It's just one is created by
Yeah, the second I heard that they
Them
TikTok
damn
analyzes your keystrokes, like how frequently you press letters and like
No,
when you're typing in passwords and
bad.
stuff, it's really bad. I'm like, fuck, nah, God. Like I
it's-
used to like cringy TikToks every once in a while, but then yeah.
in the
get
US,
out of
if
it.
you
Delete
worked
a
for a
TikTok.
federal institution or like a bank or something, you literally cannot have TikTok downloaded on your phone. Like they
That's funny. Because it's still owned by China, right? The
yeah,
US
no,
didn't
it's
it?
100% owned by China. And like again, they
So why
use-
did Trump not ban it? Then?
he did. He's in the
did.
process of doing it.
No, I thought he changed his mind.
I don't think he
Did
changed
he?
his mind. I think
Maybe.
I think
I don't
his
know. I can see it happening.
decision is being taken. I don't know, let's find out right now. I'll just look it up.
From my understanding, he went to buy it, right, and then they didn't let him. Or
Yeah, they didn't let him, is my knowledge.
No,
still want
I
all
think
US
communist China,
information.
the company is trying to fucking sue Trump.
Man, I thought we were talking about Greenland. I wasn't listening. What are we talking about?
Greenland, clearly.
Trump banning TikTok is
rich
what we're
cultural
talking
history.
about.
Emmett,
August
what's
6th
bigger,
yeah, hold on.
Greenland or
Listen,
Australia?
on August 6th,
Australia.
President U.S. Trump
Wait, maybe no, definitely Australia.
Issued
Greenland's the
executive
biggest
order.
one.
Look 'em up.
But Australia is
Yeah.
literally a
That's right.
continent.
Yeah. By the way, William, I couldn't find actually satellite images, but I did find something that maps it perfectly.
It doesn't matter.
How-
okay,
How are
I
they able to
can-
map it perfectly?
I can generate a 3D image, or I can't.
Yeah, you
People
could,
can
but why
generate
would
a
you?
3D
Why would you? Why would you? Tell me why they would. Why would they do that?
Why?
Yeah. Why? What's the reasoning?
Oh,
To make them believe that it's still a round Earth.
Why
So-
do they? Why do they care?
What do you mean?
'Cause they got
Well,
nothing
sorry,
else to care
it's-
Sorry,
about.
it's a
what do they
huge-
gain? What do
it's
they
a
gain?
huge
What do
web
they
of lies.
gain?
Everybody
What do
has to
they
be a part of
gain?
it.
They're escaping the web of lies.
No, but what do they
Harrison.
gain from lying? What do they gain from not telling us
So
the
the
Earth is actually
people
flat?
don't
Believe.
believe that they're in a simulation.
We're not. Will, you're
We're
fucking.
actually
You're
living in a simulation.
Will, what the
This
fuck is wrong with
just
you?
A
It's run by the bourgeoisie.
Will
board
thinks
game.
we're it.
yes,
Whatever.
birds
All right, guys. If Will's
don't actually exist.
if Will's camera blacks out, you'll know why. He knows too much.
True.
You're
Mike
right.
he just starts
Dude.
cutting.
Look, man, COVID isn't
falls
real,
over
bro.
dead. You
The
see a bird fly away, it's like the fucking government, dude.
The COVID isn't real, bro. They're just replacing the batteries on the
Keep
birds.
an eye
Yeah,
on
dude,
Will.
COVID isn't real. No, I actually believe that. COVID isn't real.
You,
That's true.
Funny.
you actually not
I
think
believe
COVID's real?
No, COVID's not real, dude. Have you seen
We haven't
anyone
been
with
touched
COVID? Have
by
you
it,
met
that's
anyone
the
with COVID?
Me? Yeah.
Who?
You have.
Did you ever watch the guy on the news?
So you've never met him?
No, I did. So him and my
guy on the
dad.
See the CTV.
My
news?
dad
By the way,
saw-
this is,
yeah,
I
on
was joking.
CTV.
By the way, I was joking. It's
Okay,
okay.
I was gonna, cause I
completely-
one of my best friends is an EMT, and he's seen the worst
Yeah,
of the
I'm
worst with
joking.
COVID.
Yeah,
Like
I'm joking.
he's told me some horror stories. So COVID is
Okay.
definitely real.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I
pussy
see.
shit though.
But he does say it is over, it's over exaggerated, and he doesn't think.
Yeah, well, I honestly don't think a lot of people in the
I
medical
think
field
it's
actually know
better
the
to
full
fucking
extent of it.
over
Fuck it.
exaggerate it
Okay,
than
like I
fucking
haven't
underplay it,
seen
like-
anything with COVID. I haven't seen anybody with COVID. Like I haven't touched it.
The
I'm very
fact-
fortunate to have. But like when we're spiking, like our
Yeah.
second wave spike in Barrie, fucking was like 8 people, and I'm like,
No, but what I'm saying, like, the fact that we're
like-
taking such drastic measures and there's still people getting it at all is why people are still taking such a big deal.
It's-
Especially in the US.
But there have also been like I'm pretty sure I don't
Big
know this off
measures.
the
Have
top of
you
my
looked
head,
at Florida?
but there are a lot
I'm
of other
saying that's why
diseases.
a lot of people are getting it.
There are a lot of other diseases that have been much worse than COVID, and we didn't take.
In
like-
terms of deadly, but not in terms of how
true.
fast they've spread.
Like this shit spreads so quick.
The fact that even if it does have a lower
No, there
death
are,
rate,
dude.
the
There definitely
magnitude of people that are getting it is
What
the
about-
reason
what
that
about-
more people are dying.
What about in Africa? What was it? Not the Black Plague, but it was
Ebola.
Ebola literally killed. It just the disease just
Melted
died
down.
off.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, except it was a much worse disease, but it spread way fucking
It's
less.
great.
and
Yeah.
Spread
Have you ever
way
played
less
Plague
people.
Inc?
The
Have
thing
you ever
about-
played
I don't know what the
Plague
fuck.
Inc?
Yeah, Plague Inc. The thing
Yeah,
about like
it's a
yeah,
stupid
how do you
comparison.
say that
They're
they
a
don't
different
know?
kind.
It's a great comparison because in Plague Inc, to win the game, you kill everybody, right?
Mhm.
You can't. You have
That's
to
okay. No, that's a good because
slowly
Ebola.
evolve to be-
Ebola.
I'm just saying. No, I'm saying it's bad to compare COVID-19 to Ebola. They're not comparable.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
they're
no,
not.
yeah.
They're-
How do you
Yeah.
even get Ebola? How do you get Ebola?
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
it's
it.
transferred
Africa,
by-
and
But what I'm
one
saying
fucking
is
spot where-
the disease is
Yeah.
literally gone, not because
Western
we found a
Africa.
cure, because
Because it killed people.
yeah, because the
It
disease just
killed people too fast.
Too deadly. Too deadly.
Yes. And
Yeah, if
that
it's-
person sucked at Plague Inc. So
No, but even still.
okay. God's
Shit,
playing
we
Plague
do
Inc. right
live
now,
in a
dude.
simulation. We live in.
telling you.
Wait, but it's way harder for them. They're playing on hard mode.
Okay.
Yeah, they probably are. People are washing
Yeah.
their hands like way more
I don't
than
know
they
if-
should be.
I don't know if I want to put this on YouTube now.
Oh.
Dude, with Harrison's,
what?
Harrison's fucking saying that the birds are fucking out of. Oh no, that was Will actually. Never.
I don't believe in a single conspiracy, dude.
No, we don't.
Not a
yeah.
single
I
one.
know. I'm
For
just.
the
I'm
record,
joking.
I don't believe in
There's
anything.
actually like
I
a
just-
few. Okay, this is not totally different. There's actually people at my work who believe the moon landing was faked.
Well,
And
of
it
course,
fucking-
how
I
is
think
it?
Will
That's a
does too, but I
conspiracy,
think
that's a
Will's
fact.
one of those people, man.
Like,
I don't
we,
know.
we have one of those in every McDonald's. Like there.
But that's not a
you,
fact.
You
That's
could
not-
look
that's
one
one
of
of
the
the
managers.
too.
McDonald's.
That's literally a fact, though.
The moon landing
could
is
you-
the
how
only
could you-
one that I'm like, I like.
Dude, there's no
It is-
way.
It is
Okay,
fun.
It's not. It is fun. It's not as bad as some.
It
of the
is.
other
It
ones.
is. It
Flat
is
Earth
kind of
is
fun.
retarded.
However,
Flat Earth
however,
is just-
believing,
yeah, it's retarded.
believing
Flat-
in major government lies is a fucking plague on the earth. If you believe that the government is lying to you in mass, is just bad for you. which is why I don't think any conspiracy is good to believe in. If you believe in any conspiracy, you're seriously putting yourself at risk to believe in other more harmful
Okay,
conspiracies.
Well, you
But
can
the
believe
flat
in
Earth,
whatever you
I can
want.
agree. The flat Earth is pointless. Government doesn't need to lie to you for that.
True,
The moon
literally.
landing, there is a point,
there is a
That's true.
point.
There is a
but
point there.
and it's a
But-
good point, a very good
Ugh,
point. And that
not
is
a-
why I like it.
How is it a good point?
It
Okay.
ended the Cold War.
Yeah, they were. That is.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yes.
The
I don't
s-
think
like,
that was the
ended
reason
winning
why
the
it
space
ended.
race. It like demoralized the like the Soviet Union,
Mm.
slowly leading to more
Well-
unrest in the country, eventually leading to the collapse of the Soviet Union.
Sure, but I still don't believe
Does
in any
Canada really not have
conspiracy
any
theories out there.
nukes?
Pardon, sorry?
Do you guys not have any
No.
nukes?
No.
Really?
Pardon?
You seem to not understand.
Canada walks around and
Canada-
we're like, we love you. Come live here.
We love you, except and then we just
Oh,
don't
I
need
think
to
you
worry
said
about having a.
nuke.
We don't need to worry about having a
Very
military because we
confused.
live next to the fucking states. Like
True,
Canada.
yeah.
I know, that's a
and,
good
and
point.
the states loves us. We're very friendly to the states. Someone bombs us to bomb the states. They might bomb for us. You know, they
Yeah,
might be
exactly.
like,
Well, no,
"Hey,
okay,
Russia
hold
wants
on.
to bomb
Bye."
the U.S. It goes
Yeah.
over us.
That's
True.
I mean,
Yeah.
the
the U.S.
It's going
essentially.
over the pole for sure.
The U.S. is essentially. I mean, it's still relevant today, but like we're just the big brothers of the world. Like that's why I think
I
The
feel
US
like you beat
You're-
the
you're
shit out of
supposed-
90% of your brothers, then, bro. And then
Yeah,
we're
you're
the one
supposed-
brother that you're like kind of not super.
Well, yeah, but
connected
you
towards.
guys don't
Like,
do stupid
you're like-
shit.
Except for that one
abusive
time.
alcoholic
What is
dad.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of rich oil, and we don't have this and
No,
that,
hold
so you
on.
don't
Okay,
fight us.
We
in
do.
World War II, we
no,
could have
it's
taken.
hard to get
no, no, no.
underground.
Hey,
whereas the
hey,
whatever.
hey, in World
Oh,
War
listen,
II,
listen.
in World War II, we did not take nearly as much as we could have. We could have taken so much more. We were very generous.
What were
on-
you gonna do with it in Europe, bro?
Nazis could have taken more, but
Well, the Nazis
Yeah,
got
they were
fucked.
super
What do you?
generous. They were super.
Nazis
generous.
got fucked. What's your
war
point?
ended because of luck, right? Yeah.
Well,
Actually,
the war
my
ended.
God.
The war
Honestly-
ended.
honestly,
The war
battle
ended.
of good
a
and
lot of
evil.
the reason that the Nazis lost the war actually was because
Yeah.
of Hitler interjecting himself, sorry, into his military commander's decisions.
Well, Hitler, yeah.
Like,
'cause
I mean,
his command.
maybe
No,
he
no,
just
no. his-
rolled
they-
low.
they
Maybe he just
literally could-
rolled low, dude.
No,
He just rolled
No,
low.
no, no, no,
They
no,
were
no.
rolling sixes
Hitler-
on the attack. What are they
You know-
gonna do if they don't
you know
roll
that-
sixes?
you know that
well,
one,
fucking
Hitler,
doomed.
Harrison, shut up.
you know
Hitler-
that one movie Dunkirk, right?
Yes,
Whatever
Dunkirk.
the fuck. Yeah. So basically, all those people on the beach should have died, but Hitler decided that instead of sending in his military to just kill everyone on the beach, he was gonna bomb them slowly and maybe get them. So then, like, literally tens of thousands of
So
fucking
you're saying
British
like
and
yeah,
French
Hitler
troops
was
got
not a
out of
military
fucking-
commander at all.
No,
Like,
he was
he could not
stupid.
lead men.
his only
No.
redeeming quality was that he was a good fucking public
Charismatic.
speaker.
Yeah,
He was a great
Yeah.
public speaker, but he also wasn't a. He was aggressive, and I think that was like a really good trait that he had.
Yeah, I also
Really
agree
good,
with
yeah,
pretty
dude.
much all of Hitler's views.
Dude, to be fair, I mean Hitler was
Yeah.
very successful in the
Yeah.
beginning of the war. You don't think so? Blitzkrieg was a literal like.
Yeah, but I
True,
don't think
but
everyone.
at the
I don't
same
think everyone
time,
in the world
the-
was like, "Hey, we should probably kill Germany."
Another fun fact about the German military: they were all on meth, or at least a lot of them were on meth.
Really?
Yeah, the German army did meth so they could fight longer. And yeah.
Why do you look so pleased by that? You're like, "I love meth."
I think it's so neat that they did drugs to fucking. I guess it's
Meth is
kind of
neat.
not that
Yeah,
surprising.
dude, it's like
but-
RimWorld. They're all on fucking Wake Up, bro.
True.
Wait, what did you say?
Anybody who's played that but us. So.
I've played it,
Yeah, yeah. They're just rolling up with Wake Up. They're like, "Hello,
but
how's
like
it going?"
I mean I
I'm
don't.
not tired. Goodbye.
I think they would have been a lot more successful if Japan didn't fucking bomb the U.S. just randomly.
True.
I've actually seen things about that. It was basically believed that the U.S. was probably gonna.
Well, the
join
U.S.
war pretty soon
eventually
anyway,
they
due
would have.
to internal pressures.
But no,
I mean,
well,
yeah.
no. The American people were so against war. They wanted because after World War One, they wanted nothing to do with it. They were
Yeah.
literally
no one
like,
wanted anything to do with it, but
And we were
I mean,
coming.
they
They were
literally
coming out of the Great Depression as well. I
well,
think,
no, yeah,
right?
no,
At that
world,
point?
world,
Everyone.
No,
American,
World
no,
War
no,
II
World
brought
War
the
II.
world out of the
Yeah.
Great Depression.
Yeah.
because
okay.
of military spending. Military is unfortunately a
needed it.
great economic, which is
yeah,
why
right.
the
obviously,
U.S.
that's
literally,
why the U.S. is so successful.
yeah, I mean
No,
that's
it
a
is
good.
true, honestly. Like
No, it is true. That
It helps their economy.
the U.S. became
Yeah.
a powerhouse because they were on the winning side of all the
Yeah.
wars, essentially.
Yeah.
Right.
Not all
Okay.
of them, but a good majority of them.
Yeah.
A lot of the big ones.
Yes.
Dude, what was going on in
Some
Nam?
of the smaller
I don't-
little ones. No.
Yeah, that's
I
one of the
know
ones we
anything
don't
about
talk
the
about. We
Vietnamese War.
We don't. Americans don't talk
What was
about Nam.
happening
I
there?
think honestly,
Like-
I think what happened with Nam is the Americans just like got not bored, but they're just like I don't want to
I
continue. this.
literally just don't even know what you guys were fighting for. You guys like jungle or?
They were trying to stop the spread of communism
Yep.
in Asia.
Mm.
So they sent a bunch of troops there to stop whatever the fuck Vietnam
What do-
from becoming a communist country.
I
And
see.
What do you guys?
I think Vietnam had just had a revolution, sorry, because it was a French colony for a long time.
Mm.
What do you guys think
But I think
about?
they just kicked the French out in and around that time, or maybe way before. I don't remember.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Sorry,
think
Chris?
about how the U.S. dealt with 9/11?
We were
Well, we were
sleeping in
sad.
our mother's womb, so.
True.
Yeah,
I was.
true.
We were alive.
We were-
No.
we
What
were
I'm saying,
alive.
like, well, I mean,
We were alive.
We were alive, but we were very young.
no. I
Not-
was like,
Yes,
oh
uh,
shit,
yes,
yeah, wait,
we
what the
was.
Yes,
fuck?
we were.
You guys were.
Never mind,
God,
no,
I
no,
forget
no,
how
no,
young you
2001.
guys are.
Never mind. It's 2001.
We were technically alive, but we
We
were
were
very
one
little,
when it
so we don't know.
No,
How did it happen?
You
Like,
don't know.
oh,
You don't know
My
what
friend's
happened.
Birthday. My birthday September.
Hold on,
10th.
you actually-
I know
My
what
friend
happened.
Mick's
I know what
birthday
happened.
is
I just don't know how
literally
you handled
September
it.
11th.
How did you handle it?
So, well, the U.S.
Made
essentially
it a holiday.
like they found
It's
out
an inside job.
the main leaders. Shut up. They found out. They found out
They
the main
found out about
leaders.
Bush.
Shut up. Of who did it, and they essentially like went undercover. Not undercover, but they went under the cover of darkness and did like a spec ops mission and just assassinated the leader, one of them.
And then proceeded
that.
to invade the Middle East. For the
Yep.
next 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
They
well,
deserved
like,
it.
after that, though, like
They had it
I-
coming
I
though.
I think I remember my parents complaining about like they had free access to the states, like there were no border checkpoints or nothing. And then like after 9/11, you guys closed your borders like and increased your security like tenfold.
Correct.
And my parents could no longer freely, like without passport or maybe with passport, I don't remember.
As
it was
it-
very
as it
easy
should.
to
As
just,
it
like,
should be.
walk
Need a
into the states,
passport.
but now it's a lot.
It should be that way. I mean, we're a sovereign country. You shouldn't be able to just freely. And same with Canada. Like you guys have.
True.
You
Our
shouldn't-
borders have always, well, not always,
Well,
but
Have you
They-
tried to enter Canada?
No, but
Passport.
I don't think I would easily be able to if I wanted. Like, what I'm saying is
Yeah,
like.
Right now,
they-
no.
what
as
you-
an American.
No,
not
right now.
but,
Not,
like,
no, I'm
So
saying.
you show your passport and then you like get a vehicle check, like occasionally, like not
Okay.
even all the time.
What was it?
I've had
Oh,
it once
okay.
out of the all like
Sorry,
30 times I've crossed the border. I've had my vehicle, well, not mine, but
What, the
our
dog sniffing
vehicle
up your
checked
ass or something? Like,
once.
there's coke up there, buddies.
No, we had a Thule on the back, and they're like, "Can you
What's
open
a
the
Thule?
Thule?"
What the
Like
fuck is a tool?
Another
It's a
storage
bag.
unit.
A Thule.
Ah.
It's like it's a big bag or like a big box. you
Sure,
put on top of your
yeah.
car.
The box on the back.
So
actually.
call it a
For
fucking
ours
box,
was the
bro.
back
What
on
the
the back.
fuck?
And they opened
I
it up.
know.
And
Call
they're
it a
like,
trunk.
Yeah, and then
Fucking Canadian weirdo.
No,
It's not
no,
a
it's
trunk,
you're
Extra
not.
storage. It's
No,
like,
no, it's
extra.
extra.
We're not
It's
saying
just
it.
on the, it's an
There's the
extra
trunk,
bag
and then
or
it's like it's an
box you throw on
attachment
your
you put
roof
onto
rack.
your
I'm just
No.
giving you guys a hard time.
Your
dude.
rug.
No,
What was
like
Fucking American.
Fucking
On
Maple.
the note of border closures, did you see that the Canadian government closed that loophole where you could like go through BC to Alaska?
Didn't know that.
oh, did they?
Yeah.
I know,
heard
because-
about
There
it
was a shit ton
when
You
of
know what I
people from the
didn't-
states abusing the loophole to just come chill
Yeah.
in Canada. So they've
Yeah.
closed it. You can't
Oh.
pass through BC to get to Alaska.
I didn't
anymore.
actually know that the Niagara Falls was like mostly in Canada. I actually had no idea.
Well, technically,
Oh, yeah.
Niagara Falls itself is the American Falls. The Canadian Falls are technically called the Horseshoe Falls, and they're like
Oh, really?
they're
I
bigger.
didn't know that.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Well,
Hard
they're,
to
they're, it's all a part of Niagara Falls.
It is. It is.
But yeah, we got Niagara Falls. That town sucks ass, but the falls are nice.
But there's a lot of casinos.
there. Tourism,
Yeah, there's a.
lot of
That's
fun.
like the casino hub of Canada.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's-
God,
Niagara Falls.
Bill.
That's
Hi, Bill.
literally. So hey, it's my dad's name.
Oh yeah. Well,
think
that's
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 his
William.
dad's name.
Eric.
What's
I'm
okay?
fucking
So,
Bill.
well, that's literally what Vegas is, by the way. Is what
I met Ian, Chris,
Yeah.
and Harrison.
Like,
That's quite the monitor.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
But yeah, dude, Vegas is like
Do it.
Vegas literally has no laws
We're
essentially
talking
at all
politics and stuff.
because like it's such a shitty place to be.
Oh, that's
Is it?
amazing.
You can literally legally prostitute. You can legally be
Can
a
you?
prostitute in Vegas.
So
really?
Nice.
Yeah, like legally, like you can actually pay.
Oh.
To be a
Is
sex
Vegas
worker.
trashy or is it like?
Depends on where you
I
go.
think so, right?
Oh, okay.
That's because there's nothing to do. No, Vegas is cool.
What's this?
What are we looking at?
Oh, okay.
This
I
is
don't know.
my shop. We have. A
Oh,
camera
yeah?
system now.
Oh,
Oh.
Nice.
Is it live?
Cool.
Yeah, that's
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 interesting.
Eric working on it.
hi,
Ah.
Eric.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
Oh,
I don't
on
think
the
you can hear
camera
us,
system.
guys.
Does your,
Well-
ask your dad if he has like a microphone in there so we can yell at like the people.
We're just
working.
sending Eric good
Do you have a
vibes, okay?
microphone in it? Oh.
It'd be good if we could talk to him and yell at him.
That's what. Hey, get back to work. Get off your phone.
That'd be funny.
But
Looks nice in there. I've never seen the back of your shop.
but yeah. So like
Never been
Vegas,
in your shop at all.
I've never
actually.
seen your shop in general, except for the.
I've
I
seen
didn't
the
know.
front. I've
Fine.
seen the front.
Goodbye,
That's it.
Bill.
I didn't know you had a shop.
I don't know.
They have a
Yeah,
donut
they,
shop.
William
They work at a
Henley runs a
vegan
business.
donut shop.
You.
It's
No, no,
no,
apparently it's really
dude,
good.
no, it's fucking good. Like
It's
they're
very
like
popular here.
they're
Oh.
really heavy in calories,
Thank you.
but like you're getting like double.
It's a
what you-
donut.
Like you pay double for like double the calories of a donut, basically.
Are you
It's
expecting
really
low calories in a
really
donut?
nice.
Our
You're not
donut-
eating
I
a
mean,
donut,
yeah, I
you
don't
have
know. I
fucking
expected like a
less
green,
calories.
like a leafy donut,
Okay.
bro, like a salad
It's
donut.
not. No. It's
Hello.
like
No.
vegan donut.
No,
Hello.
wait,
Hello.
Yeah,
how did,
he
how
knows
did-
it.
hey,
Hello.
what was your concern? I just didn't listen to any of
Okay,
what-
so
Vegan
no,
donuts
no
are gay.
concerns, No concerns.
Not you.
I
Let
was-
Chris talk. He answered the
Chris,
Oh,
What?
okay.
What did I say?
what did I don't know what happened.
I
you
just
have a
I
bad
heard
impression
vegan
of our
donut.
donuts?
I my first like vision was like a donut wrapped in like salad leaves.
No.
What the
Absolutely not. No,
I don't know.
our donut would be the best donut that you've ever had in your life.
Really?
Yeah. No. Yes. Yes.
Easily.
I.
Yeah.
I
I've
agree.
never had one. I can't concur.
It's
Maybe
so good.
Maybe we'll have
Like,
to.
Wait, actually,
Well, would you agree that like your donuts are like double the calories of a regular donut, and they cost double as much? Like it's still like price per calories.
what is your
like the-
regular donut? A Tim
Yeah,
Hortons
that's true,
like
donut?
a Tim's donut or
Our
something like that?
our donuts weigh more than three
Tim
times more than a Tim Hortons donut. So
Yeah.
Jesus.
and
And they only cost
easily
about
What do
double.
you? What is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Evan's doing.
What is Evan doing? He's
I was
just
using
crawling
my
on the floor.
abdomen roller.
Oh. Wow.
All right.
I
Well,
like this.
You like what?
Yeah. No.
This.
That's fun. I want to. It would be fun to make this. I was literally about to say, I'm like, we should probably end this because we've been talking for almost an hour. But
Oh
Have
shit.
we?
Nice.
No, we
yeah,
haven't.
dude, it's been 53 minutes that I've been recording. But
There we go. It's,
What
yeah, it's,
the
Alright.
fuck?
it's so much fun.
everyone,
Alright.
who
Well,
wants to?
goodbye.
Everyone, shout out their.
Alright.
You guys got Twitter accounts or you're?
No.
No,
No, you can
social
find us
media,
here
sorry.
maybe again.
You can find me at on Reddit. I think I have an account on there.
All
Alright.
right. Well,
go to
Episode
donuts.
episode 1.
Donuts.
What a great way
Very
to end it.
Ontario.
mm.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye
See
bye.
ya.